Hi Sharon, thanks so much for talking to us today. We're at the second day of Glee and what I hope is a very successful show for you, which is, I understand, your second year here.
That's right, yes, we did come to Glee last year. It's been quiet, but we have made some really nice contacts. I think with being called Norfolk Industries, we always get people that are local to our area who notice us and come and say hello. And yeah, I think we've made some nice little contacts that we can sort of follow up from various areas of the sector actually.
And you said about Norfolk Industries, an interesting history, well established. I can't remember the date, but 19 something.
Yeah. 1908, I think we can trace our history back to. So yes, definitely long-standing, particularly in this day and age. We've changed quite a lot as a business over those years, but still providing services to people with disabilities.
And how do you do that in relation to the pet sector, and how would you describe yourself?
Well, we come from the old sort of sheltered workshop format. We're now part of a community interest company. So we bring in waste materials and we shred that up and produce that back into product, all made by people with disabilities. So there's an element of recycling there's an element of employing people with disabilities and providing services to other people with barriers to work who want to move closer to employment.
And your aim from being at Glee, I understand, is to try and move into that garden centre sector. Is that right?
Yes, definitely. We would love to get into the garden centre sector. Really nice sector to get involved in. We have the capacity to dispatch product all over the country. So yeah, that would be a very nice area for us to get into.
So you had lots of interest. You said, I know the numbers are maybe a bit quieter, but you've had people come and talk to you and approach you from all over the country, I hope.
Yes, we have, yeah, and people with lots of sort of different ideas on what we're doing. We've also started recently doing contract packing work, and there's been quite a lot of interest in that actually, which is really nice because it gives some of the people that we support a nice, simple, repetitive job to do, which is exactly what plays to their strengths. So that contract packing work is something that's newer to us, and it'd be great again to get some more work in that. So yes, I think quite successful all round really.
Like every industry, you have to generate income in order to reinvest it back into what you're doing and what you hope to achieve. You said earlier that you have had to become commercially more adept. Can you explain how you're managing to do that and whether it's succeeding?
We've been really lucky in the last sort of eight to 9 years where we've pinned down a couple of quite large contracts direct to wholesalers and retailers and so on, and so we've been able to generate income from that. So when changing from that old sheltered workshop format, which was very much sort of government subsidised, we've become more commercial in that we are supplying product to supermarkets and wholesalers and retailers and so on. So we've been attempting to develop that to become more commercially viable as a business. And I think we're getting pretty close to that kind of mark, but obviously we'd now like to try and take it to the next step so that we can actually reinvest any surplus that we were to make over our running costs into more services for the people of Norfolk and North Suffolk.